Hey guys, Mike Pittman, president of CSG. Hope everyone's hanging in there out there. Unfortunately, it looks like the next couple of weeks is kind of going to be the worst of this, and just really crazy how everything's been impacted. Virginia is close to issuing a full lockdown, but we're going to stay open. We are certainly mission critical right now. We feel based on the connectivity devices and stuff that we're providing for American businesses. So we're going to stay open. We're going to do everything we can to keep these orders cranking. The update about a week later from my last video, is not necessarily a good one. The reality is the logistics of getting a lot of the hotspots that we have ordered has just been very, very challenging. So when we were saying 2 to 3 day lead times and then kind of pushed it to 3 to 5 in my last video, they're continuing to increase. Basically, what's happened is we've had multiple shipments coming inbound to us that have been flagged by UPS or FedEx as non-mission critical, or I forget the exact verbiage, but something along those lines, and reverted back to our distributors or vendors. Some as far going all the way back to the West Coast, and they have to be reallocated. We think we've got everything worked out to where that's not going to continue happening, but we're collecting so many hotspots from our sources out there. One order could be for 25, the next order could be for thousands. It's just getting them here. The lead times are increased. The issues like, the non-critical things popped up a bunch this week. Not to mention the hotspots are coming to us very different than when these vendors typically send them to us. Same type of folks I've been buying for many, many years, but they're working short-staffed, and some of these folks are in some of the areas that have extra lockdowns and whatnot. So they're coming to us unprocessed. We have to do extra testing. They're coming with Verizon reverse logistics stickers and stuff on them that have to be scrubbed off. It's just a lot more lead time to get anything accomplished right now. Stuff is arriving later. It's taking us longer to process. And then while all this is going on, we're getting a ton of escalations from you guys, and understandably so, that, this order needs to be rushed out. We're obviously being asked to allocate devices for healthcare and other, very big responsibility type customers that are very high visibility and high focus based on what's going on. So our sales guys are just doing the best that they can. We're giving them a daily kind of update on where it looks like we are. And the reality is, with so much coming in, so much going out, so much that we're expected to have in, having issues getting here, or maybe missing something that typically comes with them, or needing an extra level of sanitization because of where they came from, or whatever the case may be, our processing times are higher than we anticipated. So we are doing everything that we can. At the bottom line is, right now, we're going through our orders as oldest paid and then highest escalation or emergency status. That's what we're doing right now. Now we're being tasked with, or what's kind of being tied in, is a lot of you guys are looking for your activations on this month. The reality is, I want to make this clear. We can't move things up in the queue just to scan and get your IMEIs for the month and the quarter right now. I know, look, any other time, we bend over backwards to try and make that happen for you. If you tell me you need these on your month, your quarter, we're going to expedite. We're going to move it up the queue. We're going to do what we have to do to make it happen. Unfortunately, it's just not possible right now. If we cut people to do that, that means orders in the queue that have been paid that need to go are going to get even more delayed. We just can't do it. We're trying to get to everything as quickly as we can. We're running 12-hour shifts 7 days a week here. We're doing everything we can do to be faster and quicker and get these things out. Our guys are not, when they're selling you inventory, they are doing the best they can to assume what we have coming in is going to replace what we had going out based on conversations and emails we've had internally, okay? So they're not selling you something that we don't have per se. They're looking at the numbers and saying, all right, we have 800 of that hotspot coming in, so we should be able to fill that order. It's set to arrive Tuesday. we can't just offer you live ready inventory. It's just not possible right now. We're trying to take the best snapshot of what we have here and what's coming in, and then a lot of what's coming in is coming with increased lead time, increased work, and when you're trying to process 300 plus hours, plus get that in and get it processed, I mean, the proof is the reality. It just is what it is. So we are working harder than we've ever worked. This has been the biggest challenge this company has ever seen, even more so than some of the One Talk debacles early on in the One Talk days. This has just been a complete fire drill, and we are doing absolutely everything we can. If you have an invoice on the books, we are gonna fill it, and there may be an attempt to swap some models. There are some models that we ended up getting more of, some we ended up getting less of, some that were supposed to come complete. Maybe they aren't complete. We have to wait on some parts. I mean, it's just a lot of moving pieces like that right now. So we may try to take some customers to a different model. We can always just wait if they want to wait for their model that they ordered, which most of them probably won't. We can fill it that way. Again, I assure you guys, we are doing everything that we possibly can. We are working ourselves to the bone, and we haven't cut off sales or stopped selling because we do have these hotspots. We either have them coming or we have them here, and we're still willing to subsidize the equipment and take care of your customers the best we can. The lead time now, what we're saying is anything smaller quantity, 5 to 7 days to ship from the time of payment. Okay. Larger orders, hundreds to thousands, which we can still fill with inventory that we have and that are being processed and bringing in, more like 10 to 14 days from payment or order approval. Okay, so that's where we are. I think this week is when we will finally be able to get a little bit caught up, and that things will return to not normal, but closer to normal next week. But this week we are still very behind and playing catch up, really relying on some of these shipments that are inbound to get here to help us catch up. So that's where we are. Again, I apologize if these delays have affected anything with your customer. I will gladly call the customers myself, walk them through our scenario. I know everyone is stressed out. Everyone is high anxiety right now. Some customers may understand, some customers may not at all. But I can tell a pretty compelling story about why things are delayed. That is absolutely true, and hopefully the customers will understand. And if they don't, we'll just do everything we can do to make them happy, and that's all we can do. So again, thank you guys. Sorry for the casual nature. I'm wearing sweatpants today, which I guess is one small positive in what's a really bad situation. And we're going to keep grinding here for you guys in Richmond. All right. Thank you very much.